Well, let's do a couple of quick derivative problems to show these properties in action. We're going to find the derivative of f of x equals 4 pi times cosine of x. Well, the rule we're going to use right here to do this is the constant multiple rule, which says this: if you take a derivative with respect to x of a constant times a function f of x, the rule tells us that it will be the constant times the derivative of the function f of x. So for our case right here, f of x equals cosine 4 pi times the cosine of x. That constant is 4 pi. So f prime of x for us will be 4 pi times the derivative of the cosine of x. And as you showed in your homework, right, remember to do that, it's equal to 4 pi times the negative sine of x. So our derivative, f prime of x, in this example, will simply be the negative of 4 pi times the sine of x. Again, it doesn't matter what that constant is in front, right? It's just the constant times the derivative of the function. So that makes it pretty easy to deal with. This is a little bit harder because we've got a product. Now we have to remember our product rule right here. I'll put the short form of it. If we took the derivative with respect to x of two functions u times v, where u is a function of x and v is some function of x, the rule told us to take the derivative of one of the functions times the original function plus one of the other original functions times the derivative of the second function, u prime v plus v prime u. So in this case, we've got our two functions u and v here, which means that we're going to end up with a product rule type of situation. So to find g prime of x in this case, what you would do is you would take the derivative of 2x, which is 2, times the sine of x, and add to that 2x, which is the first function u, times the derivative of the second function, and that's cosine of x. Now, there's really not a whole lot else we can do with this other than maybe to factor out 2 from both terms. That's more stylistic at this point than anything else for us. There's maybe other reasons for us to deal with it that way, but in this case, there we are. There's our derivative, 2 sine of x plus 2x cosine of x. So we're done.